Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. As everyone already is aware of, the greatest mangaka in history, Akira Toriyama, has unfortunately passed away, and for everybody in the anime community, it's been really devastating because the impact that this man had is just, you can't even describe it in words, because I think all of us wouldn't be who we are without this man. He created one of the most iconic, amazing characters of all time, Goku. All the other characters that he created as well. Just I can't even. It's hard to even describe how amazing everything that he created was. I mean, it's really not even. You can't even describe it in words. It's more of a feeling. The feeling you get when you see Goku doing a Kamehameha and you wanting to be right next to him doing it, or when you see Goku screaming with rage, you just want to be there screaming along with him. So, just those kinds of things. Yeah, so with his passing, there's been, lots of just amazing support and acknowledgement from a lot of people all over TikTok, all over YouTube, all over social media. Not even that. There's a lot of people in just general shouting out and just paying their respect. And the thing I noticed is a lot of people, they're saying rest in peace, but every single person is saying thank you. And that's just so powerful because he's leaving this world to go off to other world with such impact on the world that he's leaving behind. And it's just really empowering because I think about how, like, the person I am now, I wouldn't exist. I wouldn't be who I am right now if it wasn't for him. And I know a lot of people are like, well, what? Because Dragon Ball Z wasn't created? Dragon Ball Z basically walked, right? So One Piece, Naruto, Bleach, all of them could run. It's amazing, just the impact. A lot of people know that Dragon Ball Z was the first major anime to really get as popular as everything else. I know Yu Yu Hakusho was out, Sailor Moon was out, and then Pokemon was out, which Pokemon is extremely popular, but that's more games and, toys and stuff. And I'm not going to say, all that. I know Dragon Ball, the games just recently got popular, 20 years ago, but Pokemon was the king of games, I'll say that. But a lot of Dragon Ball Z merchandise as well. Everyone had the toys, everyone wanted the t-shirts, everyone just loved Dragon Ball Z. And it wasn't it was never one of those things where, oh, you like anime? Because if you like Dragon Ball Z, you're automatically cool. There's just so much. It's just really hard to even think that he's gone. But I want to get into the other mangaka that really acknowledged him. And it's heartbreaking because all these other people, they're all acknowledging, physically saying, because I know there's a lot of people saying, well, bro, he didn't create every other anime. He didn't, his impact wasn't that crazy. We still would have had things. And yeah, I'm not going to say we wouldn't have had any anime, but it wouldn't have been so popular in other countries if it wasn't for Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z inspired every other manga that came right after it. The spiky-haired protagonist came from Goku. The insane transformations came from Dragon Ball Z. Frieza, Goku, Cell, all of them. And then just the screaming, the saying your move as you're doing it, all those things are because of Dragon Ball Z. We wouldn't have had these anime themes if it wasn't for that show. And I'm gonna go into some author comments, and they're all extremely emotional. Yeah, just a warning if you start tearing up or something. But as well, this is just to show that all the other mangaka acknowledge, Akira Sensei. Every single one of them acknowledge him as Sensei or Professor, which right there, that's showing that he's superior to them in a way. Like, they respect him and love him. So, first off, Ichiro Oda said, I hope that the paradise is as pleasant as you imagined it in your manga, Sensei. That is another amazing point, because when people think about how, you know, like Akira Toriyama, the manga was heavily, along with the afterlife, the Dragon Balls, the Dragon Radar, Shenron, bringing people back to life, Otherworld, all these themes were very common. So when you think about how he passed away, you want to just go search for the Dragon Balls and bring him back, I know there's a lot of there's something going on, stating like Akira, the person you call Akira Toriyama does not wish to return, which is just classic, and it's most likely what he would say. But very beautiful thing by Oda there, just as pleasant as it is in your imagination. Very just heartwarming thing there. Then we're gonna go with the, another person who looked up to him, and I'm not gonna say the whole thing, but this is Masashi Kishimoto, creator of Naruto. I've just learned of my sensei's death, and I'm overcome by feeling of emptiness, and even worse than when Dragon Ball ended. Which he's just basically saying how Naruto felt when Jiraiya died. I've just learned of my sensei's death, and this is Naruto creator right here. You know what I mean? I'm sorry if I butchered that just now, that quote, but you guys all hear what I'm saying, right? Yeah, so I mean, it's just everybody's showing love and respect here. Another person, probably Goku's biggest rival, Saitama, One Punch Man, Yusuke Murata. His actually made me tear up. I'm just gonna get into it real quick. I can't seem to feel that he's really passed away. Maybe it's because, for me, he's always been like a star in the sky, even in life. And that just, like, you feel the chills from that. It's so, heartbreaking. Because it's true. Like, none of us knew Akira Toriyama, but he created such enjoyment and everything. It's just, it really how much he gave us, and we don't even know him. The joy he brought us when we seen Goku, defeating Frieza, or Gohan going Super Saiyan 2, buying a new Dragon Ball Z video game, getting a shirt, playing with the toys, fighting with your siblings, pretending to be Goku and Vegeta. It was just an amazing thing that he brought us all. Another very major one, which is actually Akira Toriyama's last comment on manga. He said that he was really enjoying Black Clover, and this is what Yuki Tabata had to say. Dragon Ball was the start of my life in manga, and will forever remain my #1 manga. So basically acknowledging Akira Toriyama there, especially all these protagonists. Every protagonist has something from Goku in it, whether that be the spiky hair, the screaming a move, the name of an attack, being just overwhelmingly positive. Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of them here. I mean, there's so many mangas, but obviously probably the most anticipated one. I know Kubo, the creator of Bleach. There's a thing where Akira Toriyama actually pushed Shonen Jump, Shueisha, to have Bleach be published. So he basically pushed for Bleach to be what it is today, which is amazing. The reason Kubo didn't really comment is because he's just overwhelmed with grief, and that's totally okay. He doesn't have to comment. That's just how it is. Probably the saddest comment, and from somebody who is definitely hurting the most right now, Toyo Taro, who is he's not the creator, but he's basically the successor of Akira Toriyama. He said, "I drew manga because I wanted to be praised by Toriyama Sensei. That was everything to me." And that makes you wanna cry, bro. Like, the reason he was doing it was to be praised by him, for him to say, to be handed the manga, how it should have been, how this timeline should have been. He shouldn't have passed away like that. He should have just lived, a little longer. Because everyone has their time when they must go to Otherworld, but it was just very cut short really soon. He had a lot of projects in the making. Dragon Ball Daima is going to be coming out. All the haters were hating on it. Now everyone's just, out of respect, gonna watch it. And it makes sense because silly adventure manga was the beginning of Dragon Ball, and now we're ending with a silly adventure manga with Kid Goku. So it's just very, poetic there. So yeah, we heard from Toyo Taro. Very just emotional. I don't know why I keep saying emotional. I'm really emotional right now. Another comment I just want to mention real quick. I know this video is getting pretty long. I want to get to the point, but the voice actor for Goku. It's just really sad because she had mentioned that she talked to Akira Toriyama. Not like it was maybe a couple years into it. I mean, before he passed away, obviously, that he had told her to take care of Goku for me, and it hurts because Goku is like his creation, and I was saying this to a lot of people that Goku's gonna live on forever. Goku's going to be here forever, shining down on Earth, while Akira Toriyama is in Otherworld. Getting stronger, or just relaxing and watching the show, seeing what people do with Dragon Ball. Hopefully they don't ruin his legacy, Toei Animation and everyone else. But with saying all this, and I know the point of the video was, the future of anime, because a lot of people are saying that he is the godfather of anime, and that is nothing but the truth. And you know why it's the truth? Because everybody else who created anime is saying, I wouldn't have done this without him, or he's my sensei. I got to where I am because of him. I was inspired by him. He set the path for everything that there is. So when I think about Dragon Ball is already extremely popular, and it's already its own kind of thing. It's as popular as, most superheroes are. And it's just really, like, you already get sad about that, but then you think about the impact he had on anime as a whole, that we wouldn't have had as much anime as we have now, or they wouldn't have been as amazing as they are. They wouldn't have the impactful fights, the impactful moments. I'm not trying to discredit anyone, but they're physically saying, I did this because of you, and it's just really extremely sad to hear, but it's also inspiring because he passed away. He's not here, but he's, passing the torch to people like Oda, people like Toyo Taro, the successor now. I'm not sure what's going to happen with Dragon Ball Super manga. We have a route, the Black Frieza arc. It's just hard to even think about it continuing though without Akira Toriyama. But I feel like if he is passing it down to the right successor, which is Toyo Taro, he has a lot of belief in him, and the respect that Toyo Taro has to Akira Toriyama. It's just really, it makes you want to read it just for respect, and just because it's Dragon Ball. You want to see more of Goku. We never want the adventure to end, never. Especially like when you think about how it ended back in the Buu saga, and then GT came out, and then it was gone for a little bit, and then it came back. 10 years, we've been at this for 10 years. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I mean, the two projects I could see is Daima's coming out. Once this Black Frieza arc ends, we'll get the anime again, and then we'll see where it goes from there. You know, but as always, Oda's keeping up, putting in a lot of work. He has a lot of respect for Akira Toriyama. He, keeps saying that. He's showing that. Along with Masashi Kishimoto, which he is kind of done. Ikimoto though is the main person for Boruto, which Boruto's okay. I mean, I'm just not really that interested anymore. I mean, that whole time skip, I don't want to get into that. It's a Dragon Ball video. But, yeah, it's really sad. It hurts a lot because, thinking about somebody who basically molded all of our childhoods is just gone now. But, we're gonna keep Dragon Ball in our hearts. We're gonna, do what we gotta do and, keep going on amazing adventures, till the end of time. But yeah, as always, guys, rest in peace, Akira Toriyama. You meant a lot to a lot of people. The impact that you had, I mean, you were the world to a lot of people. You were a lot of people's world. The stars in the sky, the people we looked up to, But as always, guys, it's been SJ Menge. Peace.